Alright, today we are going to be doing an optical illusion of a hand. First things first, please put your hand on a piece of paper and trace your hand. Spread your fingers out a little bit, not to the point that it hurts, but so that you have a little bit of space in between. If you're left-handed, obviously draw your right hand. If you're right-handed, draw your left hand. Alright. Now, once we've drawn our hand, you're going to take a ruler and you're going to start drawing straight lines across the page, about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. Do not go much bigger than that. If your lines are a little off, let's say about 1/8 inch, just keep going. If you start finding your lines crooked or they're really far apart, then yeah, you gotta stop, erase, and start over. Now what I'm doing here is I'm drawing my lines, but I'm leaving the hands empty on the inside. This method I think is kind of easy, where you draw all the straight lines and then you'll go back in and draw a curved line connecting one side to the other. So it'll be a straight line, you'll get to your hand, curved line to the other side. Alright, so now I'm doing my curved lines. Believe it or not, a lot of people seem to have a problem in the thumb region. So if you make a mistake and you catch it, then obviously go back in, erase it, fix it. See, that's not a big deal. Believe it or not, if you make a major mistake and you didn't catch it, the thumb region is where most people will make their mistake, and you can keep the piece of art going. Most people won't even notice it. If it does bother them, then yeah, you do have to start over. So basically it goes straight line, hit your finger, curved line, straight line, go to a curved line for each of the fingers. So basically straight, curve, straight, curve, straight, curve. You get the idea. Alright. For this project, I recommend colored pencils. Markers, crayons, oil pastels, they're all fine. I just seem to find that the colored pencils just has a little bit more give and makes it a little bit easier, especially when the final step comes along. Now for this, do pick between 3 and 5 colors. You could do way more than 5. I just find that the pattern, you have to repeat yourself, and 5 is a good number of colors to keep rotating through. For this project, I'm doing an orange, a yellow, a red, back to an orange. You get the idea. Yes, you could do a rainbow of colors. It doesn't really matter what your pattern or combination is, just so long as no matter what it is, you repeat that exact same color pattern over and over all the way through the top. And again, when you're doing this project, take your time. Obviously this video is sped up, so it will take more than a few minutes to do this project. Alright, so I'm almost done. I'm going to cut to the end. Alright, so there's my final project. Now the last step is called a drop shadow. You don't necessarily have to do a drop shadow. Sometimes just looking at the piece of art, you'll see a really good three-dimensional hand. You might have to turn your head a little bit, look at it at a certain angle. So a drop shadow is, you imagine a light source. In this case, I'm imagining from the top right-hand corner, light is passing through the hand, going to the bottom left. So it's kind of like you're outlining the hand, but you go from the bottom of the hand to the top of each finger, and then back to the bottom of the next finger to the top of the finger. You do not draw a solid outline of the whole finger, just from top to bottom. A different version of this is to use each of the colors and press down a little bit harder when you get to that point. So let's say you had the orange pencil. You push down really hard right next to the hand with the orange, and then the next pencil would be the red. So you push down really hard on the red, and then the yellow, and you do a drop shadow with the colors themselves. So that's another option on this project. Alright, so if you look at it from this angle, it looks like a three-dimensional hand, but if you move your head down a little bit or change the direction, you'll get the slightly different view, and the optical illusion pops out a little bit more. Alright, hopefully you've got a pretty decent hand when this is all said and done.